God that I even hopefully have enough gas to make this trip. Thank you, Jesus. I just wanted to take time out to start a series called 9 Government Jobs. And this is episode 1. And I just wanted to let people know there's a myth going around about when you work for the government or when you have a state job that you're better off if you have the skills and experience, but a lot of times that's not always the truth. And I'm doing a series about the 9 government jobs that I've worked at, and I'm going to take you to all of them and talk about my personal experiences with them and what happened to me. How the job ended and what type of practices go on and how, if there was discrimination or whatever the case. I'm going to give you some insight to let you know what goes on and my personal experience and my background, and just take you right there on site to where I used to work. Now, I don't know if I could go inside the building because a lot of times, these buildings are, they don't like you filming them and everything, so sometimes I might have to be just, in a parking lot or whatever, because now with the way things, you can't even talk about your own story and people get and act like it's a big deal, because actually they really want to hide what they do. They don't want people to know the truth. And I've tried to report things to HR. I've tried to hire an attorney and sue, and I've talked to different organizations, civil rights, human rights, EEOC, and I've just never gotten anywhere. So I decided I'm just going to do my own videos about my experience, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get this produced and maybe write a book, make a movie. I don't know, whatever happens. I'm hoping that it'll help other people, so they'll see the side that they never imagined that it could happen to them. But I want to take you right now to a place that I don't like to go to. And I haven't been here since 08, I think about 09, 08. No, I think it was, 08. And it was a job, one of the 9 government jobs that I'll be doing the series on. And it was working at Pierce College. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. And I'm just going to kind of take it from the top and from what I can remember, because it was a couple years ago. And I might have to go into some other job to get you to Pierce College. So when I was working at the DSHS, okay, and what happened was I was trying to transfer out of there, trying to get a promotion. I had a bachelor's degree, and I really felt that I wasn't in the job that was really utilizing my skills, and I was trying to seek opportunities for advancement. I was also working in a hostile work environment, and I was being discriminated against. So the best move was, to just leave. That's the first choice that I wanted to make. I didn't want to really just report things because I know how it is, and they put it in your record, they blacklist you, because I've had similar experiences, which you'll see in the series, but, so I kind of knew, what was going on, and I just knew, look, I just need to get away, I need to transfer out of here and get a better job, and just, move on and stuff, it's time. And so I tried that at first, and so when I went over to DSHS first, and then before that I was at UW, so you'll hear all about it. I mean, I can go on about all the 9, but I'll give you some ideas. It's University of Washington, then it was DSHS, and then Department of Licensing will be going over, and from there it was Department of Revenue, and then Pierce College actually was the last state agency, so I figure I'll start with the last and then kind of work my way up to the other ones. But when I think about all the pain and all the there were some good things, bad things that I went through, but overall, a lot of it's pain, because of the way I was treated, and, it's a shame that I even have to make this video, because if you're in another country, and if you're watching this and you see really what type of labor practices are taking place in America, you just probably couldn't believe it. And what a struggle it is as American women, and how much of a challenge we face for equal opportunities in employment, and pay, and education. I can just go on and on. It's really a shame. But I want to, go ahead and take you to Pierce College. After I had left Department of Revenue, I had given it one more try. I was really hoping that I could find a place that would care, that was educated enough and diversified enough in disabilities and reasonable accommodations, and working alternative work schedules, ergonomic equipment, and I felt that I was not going to give up because of my experiences with DSHS, Department of Licensing, Department of Revenue. I tried and I didn't give up. Let's just put it this way. I'm not the type of person that you can say that I just quit. I'm not a quitter, okay? And so I continue to seek somewhere of someone who would understand my circumstances, working with someone with disabilities. Knowing that people don't want to just sit at home all the time. They want to be able to be independent. They want to take care of themselves. And so I would think they could understand and try to work with me and make, they would want that someone not to be on Social Security, and they would want someone not to be on welfare or food stamps, or and you would think that's the way things go, and I noticed that a lot it doesn't go that way. It's not that simple. What they want you to be is homeless, pretty much, and if you're not complying with what they want, then that's pretty much your only alternative, I guess. But I really felt that if I could have had someone that would have worked with me and would have accommodated me in a timely manner, that possibly I could have worked some kind of arrangements out with Pierce College, and maybe I wanted to have an alternative work schedule where I would work from home a couple days a week, be able to bring my laptop and maybe come in later or earlier depending on how I was feeling, and just more independence. And time to time they always would give me these schedules that would basically tie me to a desk and set me in a fishbowl. And I would always have to be, there answering the phones, always the one who's the only one that's watching over the office or whatever. And they want you to be there all the time. And they figure, I guess you can't do your job from somewhere else. And they wouldn't hire anybody to to accommodate, to help me with my job. It was really a difficulty, but now I wanted to get to the beginning where I knew that I was applying there, and you have to tell them that you have disabilities. They pretty much lock you in the box and force you to tell. They started doing that right when I started looking for jobs. I noticed they opened up this new category in the applications, which I think is discriminatory, and of course, but no attorneys are going to do anything about it. And what they do is they make you disclose right away, that you have disabilities. And so that already puts you at a disadvantage of other people that are looking for a job, because they start thinking, oh, you can't handle the job. And then they put you like at the lower scale of, if them hiring you, right? So I marked the box or whatever. I don't know how, I got the, interview. I guess they needed a affirmative action or whatever quota filled. But later I did find out, why. And so I'm probably going to have to make this another part here, because this, YouTube is not letting me download videos past a couple minutes. So I'm going to just make this a part 2 or part 3 maybe. Okay. It's information you need.